Yeti! God damn Yeti. It always fucking flips to the one of the other settings when I'm not on this stream, which hopefully ends on time when I hit end. Or it could be like that, it could be like that Snoop Dogg stream where he rage quit and he like walked away from his computer and just left it streaming all night. Yeti! Oh, guess I'm flying solo today. Oh, exciting news. Okay. So this China woman at the mall, like, she knows that I go for my stroll on Sundays, right? And like she stopped me and she said, "Oh, I have these extra vegetables from my garden," and I was like, and she gave me vegetables. So I got some hot peppers and tomatoes in there that I wasn't expecting. I don't know if that's like a Chinese thing to say I like you, but it works. As everybody knows, the key to my heart is hot peppers and tomatoes. I don't like the taste of tomatoes, but I mean, I like the look of them. So let's see. So I bet anything, even though I think I've done everything right, I bet there's no sound on the video game machine when I start sharing it. I still can't keep any of this shit straight. Oh, I'm way too little. There I am. So let's see. So Steve and if you didn't, it's muted.
Jesus.
Finally beat RE2 and yeah, I mean, here, you know what's funny about that? It's like, now, until I beat those games, like, at least twice, I can't remember my way through them, so I have to use a walkthrough. I get so goddamn confused. And plus, like, Resident Evil used to be really notorious, like the original RE2 and Code Veronica used to be notorious for, like, you having to get an item. Like, there's always a wheel of some sort that you got to get, some sort of crank. And it's on the complete other end of the map that you're nowhere near. So you have to go to one end of the map and also like to a basement or even a sewer all the way down, and then backtrack all your way back. So it's like, I swear to God, half the time on those old games, it's just putting together the little stupid things that you need just to open a door. This one isn't as bad, I don't think. I mean, I might have one of those, like, what's that syndrome called? Like the girl that got kidnapped and then became lenient toward her kidnappers. What was that called? Something syndrome. I don't fucking know, because I can't think and stream and play a game at the same time. That's it, Stockholm Syndrome. I probably have Stockholm Syndrome from this game because I've played it so much in the past like month or so. This one, I've got a really good memory of what I need to do and where I need to go and in what order. Oh, it's a remake hater here for a bit. Accept them now. The Raccoon City Police Department redesign is the highlight of the whole game. Yeah, it's weird. And it's funny, too, how just that police department itself has its own sub-story. Because it was supposed to be originally an art museum, which makes sense, but I'm surprised they thought of that shit way back then. You know, it's like, yeah, let's not just make it a police department. Let's make it a gigantic art museum. I've beat this one a couple of times already, so I've got unlimited ammo. I don't have to worry about that. This goddamn Requiem, that's the name of this gun. It's basically the Magnum of this game. You know how Magnums are almost synonymous with Resident Evil, but it's not. It says it takes 55 millimeter shells. That's not a Magnum, so like a Sig Sauer, but it's way fucking big. Right here's the chef. I gotta blow his brains out. He's a big fucker. He's one of the only zombies that are like... It's like most of the zombies are normal zombies, like how you remember them. This guy's like really hulking, and he has the key to this. Who knows what's behind that door? But I gotta blow his goddamn brains out to get that fucking key. One of the things that's fucking cool about this game is like most of the zombies are really freshly animated, so they're still talking and shit. That's why you see the subtitles at the bottom of the screen where the guy's just like, he's saying kind of nonsense, but he's still talking to him. Wrong. I guess he's talking about making the food wrong. Next. He says a few other things too when he's just, it's like right now he's just idle. I haven't interacted with him. He's like, you can't see too well, but around this corner, he's like, he still thinks he's making food. I think he noticed me. He kind of looked over, but it's no big deal. He's still cooking. Hey, fuck you! Next! But he's stupid too, so... Oh, he's still coming. Here we go, buddy. Boom. Now I've got a pantry key. Who knows what horrors lie in the pantry? Let's look. It could be anything. Or if it's Resident Evil, it might be something stupid. It might just be like ink ribbons. Clues for later. See, that's the bullets that it takes. It takes, you know, I don't know how to say it. 12.7 times 55 millimeter. Hey, Roy's in here. Also, New Claire is pretty. She's fetal alcohol syndrome. No, don't put that evil on her. She don't look like that fucking bitch from Last of Us. That Last of Us girl that uses they them pronouns. If you didn't know, because she's made it a point in every interview to bring up her pronouns because you know. Just think, just 7 years ago, you could just say that girl over there. You didn't have to go like, you know, that person that was assigned the female gender at birth, but uses they, them pronouns now. It's like this weird, like, mouth grape, as we were talking about the other day, where we have to use replacement words for everything. It's like, oh, we got to hijack language. You can't just get to the fucking point now. See, this guy, he's like, lights on. He's like, kind of like zombie obsessed with turning the lights on and off and saying, follow the rules. Like, how do these fucking blue-haired nose rings report a crime to the cops? That's if their white liberal guilt allows them to call the cops if something happens. And they just get to the point and say, like, a black guy stole a fucking car, and this is what he looked like. Or do they have to do they still jump through all the hoops when they're reporting the crime? It's like, this gentleman, I'm not sure of his pronouns, but he seemed to be of African American descent. Which doesn't make any sense anyway. You can't call someone like Idris Elba an African American when he was born and lives in England. What are you going to call him, an African England? But you tell that to a liberal and they just get bent out of shape, even though you're factually correct. And the other funny ones, like, you know, just bring up a factual African American like Elon Musk, and they get me, no, that's not what I meant. The fucking rise of MAGA Goldbergstein at work made it a point to bring up Donald Trump on a conference call the other day. Like, it was another one of those, like, forcing, like, it was just jammed in there. We're talking about work. And the guy he just interjects in the middle of a work conversation with his mealy mouth like, you know, sorry guys, I'm just feeling a little off. I'm just so, you know, just so upset about all this Donald Trump stuff that's going on right now. In your goddamn dreidel. I'll see you at the synagogue this Sunday. Oh yeah, we were talking about Claire. Yeah, she is hot. Remember in Code Veronica how Steve was looking at her ass? Not Steve Wolf. Well, I think Steve Wolf did too before he was married, so it's okay. But the Steve in Code Veronica, while Claire was like bent over a control panel, I think it was when she was trying to send her brother an email, because even though that game was like came out in roughly the year 2000, sending emails was still kind of like a new way of communication. So the way he told her that, he was just like, why don't you send your brother an email? And she was like, good idea. And then he like gets all spurned out and triggery. And he says something like, I don't know why you bother. Our family doesn't let you down. At some point, she's bending over his old man at work when she was sending that email. That little fucking pervert's just getting into her ass. Anywho, thank you for coming by and listening to Memories of Monday Nitro, everybody. Actually, Memories of Code Veronica. And I gotta go on the record saying I think really Code Veronica is my favorite game. I don't know why, it just is. I mean, obviously, you get to play a lot more, playing like Resident Evil 4 that came out after that. Because I think Code Veronica, even if you stretch it out, it's, if you stretch it the fuck out, it's like an 8-hour game. But it's easily beat, because I beat it in under 4 hours legitimately to get the infinite rocket launcher, legit. But like, goddamn Resident Evil 4, the OG one's like 400 hours. I just like Code Veronica better. I don't know why. There's a fucking tease of like Wesker having all these goddamn powers in that fucking game. And you get to play him as in the battle game, which is the Mercenaries basically, but it's just called Battle Game in that game. Game. And like they don't give him any powers at all and fuck you, like you only get to have the knife until you make it almost to the end, and then you play the slot machine thing, and it should give you a Magnum, although people have reported that there's actually an RNG to that game, and sometimes it doesn't give you a Magnum. Sometimes it gives you like a diary written by that mouse that's like, in the game, but not really in the game. And this is the kind of answers you get from me for free, so thank you. All from Claire's ass, Roy, so don't say I ever ignore the chat. Yeah, they have those mansion elements, and that's the thing. Go up to the third floor and get this one thing. Now go to the basement and get this other thing. Combine it together. And then go back to the middle floor. And finally you get to open a door. It just takes, hours of running around a mansion. AI, it's a YouTube AI. I'm not going to mess with the YouTube one. That one's too restrictive from what I'm seeing. I'm just going to stick with the Rock one. For me, y'all have fun one, whatever. Yeah, it's autism. I mean, he's right there. He's yapping about following the rules. Some of them like, look at me. Watch me. I'm going to turn this light on. It's going to piss him off. Yeah. Now he's, did he notice? Yeah, you did. Now he's going to turn the light off in defiance. Almost rather than try to murder me with his zombie mouth. Anywho, thanks. I'm turning the light back on. Fuck you. And the lights being on or off aren't even really important in this game because you always have like a lighter or a flashlight or something. Okay, that's just back to the main hall. Basically, in this portion of the game, you get the central hall right here. That whole section's like a safe room. There's no zombies there. And even if you trick one to follow you out into the main hall, once you go past that door, the fucker just turns around and walks away. It's like, like how most of you have probably seen the videos of, like, Mr. X in the, like, RE2 and RE3 remake, or the Tyrant, whatever you want to call him. Like how you could, once you go into the safe room, he won't follow you in there. And even if you trick him, like taunt him into, getting right up to that fucking door and then jumping in it, the fucker's like, nope, you're in there. You are safe. I won't try to hit you. Yeah, he does have yellow fever. There's a... God damn. I'm beginning to think her name is Tina, and she's from China. And see here, this is a maid zombie, and she heard the noise of me firing the gun. She came out here, and she still has because she's freshly turned, and she's still doing her own job. Like, she's the blood on the floor, like, blood, I gotta clean the blood. But she noticed me, and she, like, sat up and stopped cleaning. Talk some more, you fucking bitch. Looking right at me. Yeah, she noticed me. But watch this. Oh, wait, that's not the main hall. This is the dining room. Obviously, I don't need that. I have the Requiem, so... Oh, fucking bitch! That kind of scared me. This bitch is mad that I made a mess. Well, fuck you, bitch.
My name is Tina. I'm from China. I have a lot of engines here. Many engines in my factory. They are very complete. They are very nobility. If you need many engines, you can find me. I hope you can find me. I hope you can choose me. I hope you can take them.
There's blood everywhere. You get that prompt because later you get like get this blood collector thing, and you use that to craft things. We were talking about that the other day. It's like okay, see here, once it loads up on your all side, like you see there's a scrap in the bottom right corner here. So like once I get the blood collector, like I can like make things out of that scrap. Like you'll combine blood with the scrap, and then from the scrap you can make like either knives or bullets or health injectors, etc., etc. So it's got some crafting. It's not the most annoying crafting ever. It's pretty reasonable crafting. It's at least something to do, I guess. I never thought this game got too unreasonable with the crafting. Well, okay, now that one, all right. Here's my problems with Revelations 1 and 2, it's first off, it's a downgrade because they came out like right after Resident Evil 6. And Resident Evil 6, it would be my favorite, but for some reason Code Veronica is. I don't know why. Anywho, all the action elements, being able to block and parry, and not Perry Caravello or Perry Farrell, but to parry a move, and they had wrestling moves. It had martial arts that you could do. You could fight with your fists. You could fight with a knife. Like Wesker's, I guess, rumored son that's in that game, he was a ton of fun to play with because that guy had the most moves. Like, he could do German suplexes. He could even do the old giant swing, the thing that, they used all the time in like the 50s and the 60s, and then it kind of went away forever. And then the only people that really do it these days is that Cesario guy, but he had that, and that move was powerful because you could giant swing a zombie and throw him into like, a horde of zombies and knock them all fucking down. You could, run easy. You could run and do an attack, And then Revelation 2 got fucking rid of all of it. There's no more moves at all. Very limited striking. I mean, the striking was laughable. Like, the striking was almost as weak as, like, the original Resident Evil 1, 2, and Code Veronica. You know how pathetic it is to use, like, the fucking knife in those games, right? It's like, it's not fun in the slightest. It has no reach. It's pretty much a guarantee, like, anytime you get a hit, they're gonna bite you or whatever. And that's Revelations 1 and 2 are both like that. The fucking striking was, may as well have just not had it at all. Just take it out completely instead of like nerfing it that bad. The raid mode I liked and I didn't like. It's like Mercenaries, you just already have all your shit. So there's no reason to grind. You're just grinding for like a high score competitively against like other players on the internet. That's it. But raid mode, they designed raid mode to keep you wanting to come back and play it because of the chests that you open. You open the chest and it might have a gun that you need. Or it might have crafting. We're talking about crafting. It might have crafting materials that you need to upgrade your bullets or upgrade your gun or whatever. So it had replay value in that sense that you had to keep going back and grinding. And you know what was funny about that game? You could, even if you fucking wanted to, you couldn't pay to play. You couldn't tap out and be like, well, I'll just get my credit card out and buy a bunch of crap. Nope, it didn't work that way. Capcom's like, fuck you, you'll just play this game. We don't want your goddamn money. Which, thank God, because I did. It got into my skin for a long time, and I've put in, without exaggeration, hundreds of hours in raid mode. It's frustrating as much shit as I just talked about. I've put in hundreds of hours in raid mode, getting the best weapons, and well, fuck, I guess I could just show you. Now I'm playing one of these here. I got it on this here video game machine that I'm using. I'm just dicking around anyway here. That might kill the video's paused while I go. As long as I don't have to re-download it. I don't think I deleted it off the PS5. I might have. No, it's there. See if it comes back. It says broadcast stop. There's Bob Lazar.
Cut through the clutter and tap into new audiences you won't find on other platforms. They aren't tapped out. They're ready on Reddit, the #1 platform people use to make informed purchase decisions. Reach them today with Reddit ads.
A Reddit commercial. Fuck you.
Como influencer, un servicio móvil confiable es lo más importante.
It's not letting me broadcast. Yeah.
All right.
Y Spectrum es súper conveniente, porque combina internet y móvil en un plan.
Bob, for the benefit of our viewers, someone out there that doesn't know who you are, tell us who you are. Give us your credentials and where you've worked.
That's still got me on that. This is one of my sock accounts. Don't tell anybody. I want to use it to just stream these stupid ass games. Yeah, I wish there's probably, I'm sure other services have better settings like, hey, don't end the broadcast. I'm just switching games, but they don't really have that yet. I'm going to get to that, but look, I'm going to start raid mode. And yeah, and they didn't optimize this game for the PS5, so you still have like stupid load times. Yeah, I could play that. That's a stupid quick mode. All right, so like once it loads up on your guys' side, you can see that I've got all the characters that you can play as in raid mode all the way up to level 100, which is as far as you can go. And like really about the only thing else I got to unlock on this fucking bitch right here is yeah, there's an additional costume that you can unlock, but you have to have like the last shot on this special enemy that's in the Attack of the Gigantic Monsters monthly event. So let's see who's. Yeah, I haven't played in so long that. I ain't gonna play it long. I'll just pick Claire. Now, Claire, if you're looking to goon to Claire, you can change the costume and put her in like, you know, like boring outfit here. Once it loads on your side, I'm a few seconds ahead. And you have like the next outfit she has is the classic Resident Evil 3 Code Veronica outfit. But then she has the rodeo outfit where she wears booty shorts. Because this game was made back when you could still objectify women. Let's see. The weapons I have are okay. Like the sledgehammer here, Like at level 100, it's one of the most. I have multiple accounts, just like basically like sock accounts. And I got this one hacked account where I have like all the cool weapons. This was the last account I played legit, and it's got some okay weapons, I guess. And I really haven't played this in a long time, so I'm gonna play Invasion of the Huge Creature. Look at that ass! Did you see that ass? It was great. You know, other Steve from Code Veronica, now he knew what he was looking at. Oh, you can almost see it there for a second. See, these stupid monsters, once it loads, they're really far away, but they're gigantic monsters. So you like, the whole purpose of it is just, you know, get as much damage as you can on them. And at the end of the month, if you had enough damage inflicted on them, then you win special prizes. You know, it could be a new weapon, it could be whatever. The weapons are usually trash. Once in a while, they'll like, you know, give you like a good rifle or something, but they're fucking stingy. That's all it is. You just, they can't hurt you. You just. And that's it. That's boring. Now I already don't want to play anymore. I'm just ending. Oh yeah, there's her ass. You can look at her ass for a minute while I think about what I want to do next. Because I'm already so bored of raid mode. I can't anymore. I put so many hours into this on other accounts that I just, it's no fun. They haven't updated it, and I mean, legit, they haven't like sent any kind of update to it in over 10 years. I mean, I'm surprised they still have servers for it to do online events. I played that. It was junk. In fact, what's funny was like, here's my, it is an Operation Raccoon City story, but well, it's a little different. So like, there's this chick at a popular video game chain, and that was working down here about, what would it be now? Yeah, it was like about 12 years ago. Yeah, 12 years ago. And I went in looking at that game, and I was like, just kind of like, I just need something to do to turn my brain off. And I go in there, and there's this chick working that's, she's got, big old titties. And I'm trying to think, there's not anyone I could say she looks like, but a pretty girl, big old titties. And for some reason, I was on my game that day, and like she was laughing at all my, corny jokes, blah, blah, blah. And she wanted to hang out. And at the time, I drove a 2012 Camaro, and she was like, I've got the same fucking car. And she did. So that made it even easier to hang out. We had that in common already. And so she it's like, you can just come over and play Operation Raccoon City at my place because I have it already. So, I follow her Camaro and my Camaro to her place, and we just, we play Operation Raccoon City for a minute, and and then I play Operation Rapoon City on her vagina. About 30 minutes later. But she was a kind of a little bit of a head case. I could tell she was trouble, so I never got invested in her at all. It wasn't a one and done. It wasn't like a one night stand or anything. We hung out, I guess you could say, for about 2 months. But yeah, that's my Operation Raccoon City. It got me pussy. I always wonder what happened to that fucking girl. It's like, this is Dallas, gigantic, This isn't like little small towns. If you've ever lived in a small town, like, you run in, you can't have a one night stand in the small town that I grew up in. You're gonna run into that fucker because that small town that I'm from is like people just didn't move. If you moved, you moved permanently, but no one moved. And but here, it's like you never run into somebody. It's like the closest mall from here is like 5 minutes away. And I could go to that mall every fucking day for 10 hours and I would never see anyone from the neighborhood here. There, never. I've never ran into somebody here at Walmart or anything like that. But the small town I'm from, goddamn, you couldn't go anywhere. You go to the mall, you see 5 people, You go to Walmart, you see 10 people, You go to Kroger, you see 15 people, So, I want to end this, go back to playing a different game, but it's going to play another Reddit commercial. I don't know what to do. That's Claire. That's her butt. I'll play a match. I'll play a short map. I think I remember the maps pretty good. I think this one's a boss map. I should have loaded this up with on a different account that had better weapons. This account that I'm using has no fucking weapons. I don't remember the strategy. I know what my original thought was I was just gonna start over from scratch, and man, this game is darker and shit. God damn, it actually looks better on the computer than it does here. Oh well, this is. See, here's the chests that I was talking about. You open these chests. Yeah, that's shitty. See what this chest has? That's shitty. That's just gear. More gear. And shitty whatever. I couldn't see. Yeah, it was gear. Don't matter. Yeah, I gotta remember. Okay. Yep. Oh, this is torture. I said it was one of my active accounts. And it's like it's a half the count, but I play it fair. I didn't overpower the weapons to make it, so not fun that it basically is like the old Bimmy thing. Like I may as well just have a hit the beat the game button. But like, geez, her weapon, like I made the decision to just like start this account over way back, and then fuck it, I don't want to play this goddamn thing anymore anyway. Give up. This is gonna take forever. My real accounts, I would have this. I can beat this map in under a minute, easy. And that was the purpose of it, because you're grinding to open those chests. Like Steve kind of knows what I'm talking about. I don't think he was very invested in raid mode ever, but the key is you want to use a map that you can beat quickly. And the strategy is as follows. It's like, first off, it needs to be a map where the chests are close together so you can see what's in the chest. If it's not jack shit in the chest, just quit the match and start it again. And if you get something good in one of the chests, like a rainbow weapon, which is the top tier weapon, which pretty much guarantees it's a level 100 weapon with a lot of perks. Then once you have like a good, possible reward, to beat the match. And that map is like pretty much universally known as the quickest map to open the chests and beat it. There's other maps where the chests are quicker to open, but it's longer to beat the stage. So the purpose of that would be just to, see what's in the chest real quick, and if there's shit, just end the match. But when you do have something that might be good, now you're fucking stuck playing a goddamn stage for like 2 or 3 minutes. And that's torture when you're trying to grind. When you're trying to grind, the whole purpose is do it as fast as you can. Eventually, the grind just got to me. Is like, I figured out a way to hack in good weapons. Had some fun after that, because now it's like I got all good weapons, and then just like you expect with that, it's like, well, I've got the good weapons. I don't really want to play anymore. But it's this goddamn game is over 10 years old, so fuck it. Yeah, there you go. So don't anyone complain. I give short answers. It is fun. But I'm telling you, the purpose, the main game is fun. Raid mode has the replayability. Once you figure out what I mean exactly by how you're trying to grind for weapons and grind for gear and the crafting and all that, you're in for starting from zero. Oh, man. I wouldn't be surprised if you just say that's just too much. That's God. Once you load up raid mode, most of the costumes are unlocked out of the bat. Some of them, like that Claire costume, you don't just get that out of the bat. You got to beat a certain stage first. So it does keep you playing. It gives you objectives to complete. And like I said earlier, it's like it doesn't even let you pay to play. It's like you've got to play. That's it. Which I gotta give it to them for not wanting your money, I guess. I don't know how to put it. Very, very minimal purchases you can even do in this game. All right, Harley. If in RE10 the game took you to a dreidel spinning building in which you fought a tyrant rabbit, would you roll your eyes and buy the game? try to pull strings to take away Capcom's funding? Well, now that's an interesting question. There's a couple ways. Now, first, I would be deeply offended because, as you know, I shortened my name. It used to be, Harley Goldberg Steinquin, and I shortened it so I could fit in easier. And now our confused woke society can't decide if I'm a great guy or a bad guy because of my deep religious culture. But I think I would be deeply offended. But my love for RE is like rock, paper, scissors. So my love of RE would, be the paper on the rock of being deeply offended about the dreidel spinning house being one of the stages in Resident Evil 10. And I would still have to play it, but I would write a strongly worded email to capcom.net.com, or I just make a suggestion, just make it a mosque. RE5 was interesting because I remember everybody remembers, I believe, the controversy of that game, like 99% of it taking place in Africa. So it's like Resident Evil is actually very racist because they have, the not zombies. The not zombies in that game are actually African Americans in Africa. So they're actually Africans. And it's just really racist that you're shooting Africans in Africa. But if you have a game that has no black people in it, the same person, so why not this would be an idea for a game. Make the super inclusive Resident Evil game. Don't make the whole game, remake Resident Evil 5. And God, that game feels like it came out yesterday. And if you load it up today, you'll look at the graphics and be like, Jesus Christ, that could have came out this year because the graphics were impressive. It's one of the weird times, like Resident Evil 5's graphics, in my opinion, and most people's opinion, far exceeds 6. I think 6 was a major downgrade, but 6 had, like I've already said, more stuff that I like in it. But make Resident Evil 5 again, but make it super inclusive. Have a stage in Africa. Also have a stage in Israel. Have a stage in Palestine. And Palestine doesn't quite get the point across. Let's just go to Iraq. We'll have a stage in Iraq, North Korea, wherever Eskimos live. We'll have a stage there. We'll have zombies of everybody. When we have the American stages, there'll be pop-ups on the screen to tell you the pronouns of the zombies that you're engaging with. So you don't accidentally say, I just shot his head off. You know to say, I just shot they's head off in this game. So I don't get, YouTube terms of service. So that would be something. There's a idea I have that I'm working on that I can't say because I'll ruin it for myself. It ain't the game thing. It's something like that. I just need to learn the software that I'm learning. And if I pull it off, it should be pretty funny. Might even be viral funny if I can pull it off. But so keep that in the back of your mind for way down the road if I can figure this out. But what I'm talking about would be just make the super inclusive game. And it's like the woke people can't be offended by it, even though they know we're making fun of them, for it. Like we just, what would you call it? Call it like just REI. You know, do like they've been doing with the images. You know, put the RE in red, put the I. You know, right? Or you could make the I like the Antifa symbol. Who knows? There's lots of neat stuff. I mean, you gotta have those ugly fat ass kids with ironic mullets that have the punch Nazi stickers on their ironic jean jacket. Because you know how you just go outside and there's a fucking Nazi. Like, oh my God, look over there. Oh my God, the famous scene from American History X is happening right outside. I can't go anywhere. The great old spinner at work tries to pull that shit. No, rabbit. I was saying rabbit like a code word. Because I don't know who's in charge of the YouTube secret shadow council today. You know, today might just be regular boring AI, but you know, today might be the day that the Goldberg Steins clocked in and they're monitoring the situation. Oh fuck yeah, they hate Spanish people. They hate ambiguous Spanish people. It's like Spanish of some kind. It's like the thing that they did in James Gunn's Suicide Squad. It's that like there was like a made up Spanish country. I think they called it Malta or something. I believe it was made up. I'm not exactly a geographer. But yeah, when in doubt, just put it on like a Cuba type country or Spanish. It's fun. It's, you know, they get it. They get it pretty bad in the movies. Oh, I like this. This is a great Steve Alomar. Shiva Alomar showcases the beauty of Nubian queens with their straight hair, mustard eyes, button noses, and slightly golden skin. The mustard eyes is my favorite part because of the rampant hepatitis C going through her system. The hepatitis C in a constant battle with sickle cell. May her fucking eyes just as mustard as possible. Oh. Yeah, I guess that's the video game version of like how TV and commercials now, we see it every day. It's like when they're wanting to be safe with promoting interracial dating, they want to push it, but they want to push it in the most inoffensive way possible to where, you know, no one will bitch about it. They'll have a black woman with a white dude, you know. So that's what they were kind of doing with her. It's like, we'll put her in the game. God damn, we gotta soften up some of them looks. You know, we can't exactly have her looking like the mom from Good Times. Which if they remake Resident Evil 5, I hope someone mods it on PC and they make I hope they make Shiva look like that morbidly obese, disgusting hog of a woman. Remember the one about a year and a half ago tried to sue Lyft because she was such a repulsive hog. She couldn't fit into the car. And like, and of course, you know, the liberals were all, you know, oh my God, that's not inclusive. You know, the bitch did it on purpose. She ordered a small car. She knew she wasn't going to fit in it. This was all planned. You know, this wasn't a fucking surprise on that. That thing will give Junt a run for his money. Let's see if I can find that fucking disgusting hog real quick. Ugh. I'm going to go to the Twitter. I thought I bookmarked something with that big nasty thing. Is what I do. My strategy is a lot of times I'll bookmark shit. And I'm like, all right, if it's a video, I'll download it later and put it on the deck. Hey, I'll go to SJ, this one fella, SJ, promoting the stream going on right now on the Twitter machine. I never can see how many people are actually watching live on Twitter. Sometimes I go back and look, and I was like, God damn, a lot of people fucking watched. I don't know. They didn't fucking participate in the chat, though. That's for sure. But, let me see. I thought I did. Let me find it if I did. I don't even remember bookmarking what I'm looking at right now. It's two really hot chicks having a wrestling match, but I'm not sure if it shows booby or not. So I'm not going to take any chances by playing it. Oh, Spirit Airlines shut down, guys. I'd like to know your thoughts. Oh, shit. There's a video. Yeah, I got a really fucking funny wrestling video that I can play. It's from Memphis Wrestling. My understanding, WWE doesn't own that, but I'm going to double check it before I play it. But I found this very offensive 1980s wrestling program that I've never seen or heard about before. I'm sorry. I get distracted doing my own. There's that fat woman getting shot in the belly again. Ugh. I wanted to play this one video. This guy like straining the blood out of meat in his bathtub, and I thought it was really gross. But when I hit play, the guy fucking geek was playing like Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun the whole video. This fucking video right here has infuriated the shit out of me forever. I don't know what the fuck is going on it, but this fat bitch for the Kamala Harris thing, she walks to a podium and she power walks forever, and it seems like she's right behind the thing, but it's some sort of optical illusion. It takes forever for her to get there, and when she does, all she does is look to the left, look to the right, and turn around. And people have been mocking it relentlessly lately. Let's see if that'll even play or if it's going to make me log in. Yeah, what the fuck is this? You can see it. What is this bitch doing? She walks forever, but the perspective is, and she just gets up there, looks to the left, looks to the right, looks again, turns around and leaves. That's how liberals spend your money, people. Oh, hey, not the bees. It's been a minute. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, that was probably a minute ago. I ramble if you can't tell, and I go on for a while. I'm looking for a specific video. Fucking fat bitch. While I look for it, I'll put this up on the screen because it's funny. It's okay to be Indian, black, Arab, normal, Asian. I'm gonna buy that shirt and wear it. No, fucking mercenary. All right. So, all right, I get sidetracked easy. It's like you jingled the keys in front of me and I get distracted while I'm looking for something. But RE5, like Mercenaries Unleashed, when they re-released RE5, they had even more characters for the Mercenaries mode. Man, defeating all, I think it was 150 or 300 was the maximum that you killed. You had to kill them in a row without going any more than like 10 seconds in between. Obviously, you're killing them in a row. The only way you wouldn't be killing any of them in a row is if you only killed 0 or 1. So if you kill even 2, they were killed in a row. So I'm correcting myself. But like that one was a lot of fun for that. Barry was fucking fun in that game. If you played a stage where with Barry you had the grenade launcher that did ice, he had a special move where he would rotate. It was like a reverse close. It was the Zangief move. It was like the reverse clothesline, like a tornado. And like, if you froze a bunch of enemies, and because all it was X, it wasn't like a special combination you had to do or anything. You could take out like 10 enemies in a row. Mary was like pretty dang overpowered in RE5. I never could master like Wesker's like special moves in that game. If anyone remembers, Wesker could run and he could do like a running knee. It was just too hard to pull off. So I never even bothered with that. I was good just playing as Wesker, just normal, just using guns and whatever. But like, I could never figure out how to time that fucking knee. So I just said, forget it. I'm good enough at this game without worrying about that damn knee. Hey, mister. Hey, like I said, I'm behind in the chat. Hello, the mister. If you're still here, I haven't ran you off. So it is real. That's why I played it safe and said I'm not a geographer. I was like, I was kind of thinking when I watched the movie that they just made up a country for that universe, so to not offend anybody. It's like they're in Mustard Land. Latvia was that one was where Doctor Doom was from in the comic books. As a kid, I was like, I was also convinced, like, oh, this must be just a made up comic book country. And now, okay, I'm like, oh, this thing called the internet come out. I'm gonna find out if any of these fucking places are real or not. We'll have Deborah Wilson as Cleopatra, most beautiful woman in the world. Can I get an amen, everybody? What? You played? Yeah. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you play. Well, you think you missed my story from earlier. My Operation Raccoon City was Operation Getting Poon City. I played it for about 30 minutes, and then I got like, oh my God, the mister is confusing me. Malta is a fake country, and I'm Maltese. I can say it. I just don't know what to do now. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I got this thing in front of me called the internet. I guess I could verify the shit, but why do that when I can just trust others won't troll? This is a chat room. Nobody does good natured trolling. I'm just gonna choose to believe everything. I gotta turn this fucking game off. I don't even want to look at it anymore. And that goddamn thing is paused. But stop racism, everybody. Thank you for spending your Sunday night watching me play video games poorly while sitting in the floor. If that's what you were looking forward to today, I hope I've hope I delivered. Did you all end up seeing the picture of the Indian guy that tried to pull the JP Morgan scam? It's hilarious. Damn that fat bitch. Look at that cunt. God damn it. I know I bookmarked it. I had a bit of a hoot. Oh God, where is it? Give me something that I could. That woman had the funniest name too. I don't even know what the fuck that name is. But I think someone's already made a fake Twitter for the woman. God damn it! Now that guy isn't coming up. Anyway, the John Doe that did the accusations to the JP Morgan lady, that fucking guy looks like Indian Inspector Gadget. So if you find the picture of that guy, the picture, you'll see it. I was like, God, Mike Mateo would be talking about fucking brown bricks like a son of a bitch if he saw that guy. But yeah, I was looking for that severely obese blackie that tried to sue Lyft a couple of years ago, and I thought I bookmarked it, but I must have unbookmarked it when I said, fuck it, I'm not going to do anything with this, because I think she was rapping in the video that I was clicking on the wrong profile anyway. I'll look one more time. Oh, God, that was repulsive. Oh, God. This fucking guy at work is this picture. I got it. Oh, God. We have conference calls every morning, and they're only supposed to go like 5 minutes, but one of my coworkers is this fucking person because they just keep asking questions or making suggestions, and I'm like dying inside whenever I have because the goal is, it's like grinding in raid mode or grinding in mercenaries or any game like that, where the goal is, complete the match as fast as possible, get that money, get in and out, and that's how I look at like conference calls. And there's this one that just has to be seen, has to be heard. Ugh. Sorry, I'm rambling about work. Malta is just some made up Swahili word. They used it for Far Cry and some other trash. It's supposedly a country in North Africa with camels and Arabs that speak Italian, creatively bankrupt. Oh, it's great. Oh, Lord. Does anyone remember or want to look it up for me where the original Resident Evil 4 is supposed to take place? Because I'm pretty sure that was also a, make believe area in or around Spain. But I don't even remember them actually saying it out loud. I could be wrong. If they did say it out loud in the game, it was like in the very, very, very opening. Like when Leon is riding in the police car crossing the bridge before you even start really playing or anything like that. I'm just going to keep it on that fucking guy for a while. Well, Steve likes malt in his milkshakes. That's right. I like to taste the Horlicks. You can tell the Jewish writer was thinking of a name for the made-up country the script required and just wrote the first thing he found in his pantry. So he didn't, I don't know a good brand of like potato pancakes. I thought that was a delicacy of them, but I'm not really sure. He named it disgustingly tortured food. We're morally bankrupt here. Let's see if I can find anything else to pull up But I got vegetables. I got Chinese vegetables. I was so happy. Oh, look at the piggies. That's it. That's that fucking bitch. There you go. I found it. God damn, this fucking nasty ass bitch is the fucking grossest obese thing I've ever laid my damn eyes on. Oh my God. I think she's rapping in the video. I'm not sure. But God damn it. It won't paste and go for some reason. I gotta make sure it's me. Motherfucker. Why aren't you going? We do it again. Please don't be right. God damn it! There it is. That thing right there. Good Lord.
It in my reps, I can do it in my sleep. I'm the pierce to the Bible. I'm the one they want to idol. I'm the heavy set gay. I'm the fat campaign. I'm the juicy Lil Wayne. I'm the neighborhood pop. I'm these bitches' favorite caption. When my shit don't fly, I be making shit happen for the bitches that's laughing. I smack the bitch straight. I smack the hate away. Anybody in my way, when my daddy is the problem. When you see me carry weight, why you don't say it was a problem? Making hits is not a problem. Losing weight is not a problem. If I went broke today,
rest in peace, Mike Jones.
Nigga.
Ugh, repulsive. Ugh. Yeah, goon marathon over. Yeah. Healthier than, well, yeah, I mean, this woman looked like she was like walking around fairly easy under her own power. Junt, every time, all the videos I've seen of Junt, like if he's standing, he's leaning on something. That poor guy. God Lord. How do you let yourself let that happen? I would say let's do something, but we don't know the guy. I always used to say, it's like, like, I don't get involved in stuff like that because I don't know these fucking people. For all I know, he smothered a baby with a pillow. So why would I care if some guy I don't even know is obese? I don't fucking know the guy. You don't know me. So it's like, I won't give the examples that I want to use because it'll use strong language. So I'll just say this. It's like when I think of like liberals versus conservatives, like one of the examples I always say is like, why does someone in New Hampshire care, if I'm in Texas and I own a gun? I mean, I get that that they don't prioritize defending themselves in the blue states. I think in the middle of a home invasion, they try to sign someone up for the United Negro College Fund, but while they offer their wife up, because but like I've seen posts where people get bent out of shape that people in other states are exercising their rights per their states. And that's the same thing. There is the thing with like conservatives. They do that a little bit. I won't use the example I want to use. It's because it would be triggering. But like if certain people did certain activities in their state that is perfectly okay, I don't care. Do whatever per your state. Just leave me out of it. So just let me buy all the guns I want. I wish I could show them, but we're on YouTube. I could show them on Twitter. They're very impressive. I just don't know. An example, like, okay, I had a forced politics conversation the other day at work that that guy that does it all the time because he's begging for woke tokens. It's like, oh, there's a black person on the call. I've got to say something anti-Trump. And he's the same guy, if you all were here, he was the guy that like said that he went out and bought a book called The Rise of MAGA. It was describing it. And then the woman that went next on the call, who was supposed to tell us what kind of book she read, she refused to participate. And she just goes, well, I don't have a book that I've read recently, but I wish I could go back in time and spend the day with Martin Luther King. But shit, I lost my train of thought. Okay. One of the forced politics that I got in, and I know I hit a home run. I know I did, but I was like, we're talking about like how, they were, how do you say this? They were like, we shouldn't have borders. Everybody should just be able to come over here, easy peasy, and vote in our elections. No ID required. No ID required because, like, it's hard for certain people to get their birth certificate. Mine's right there. I'm literally pointing at it. If I can get it, it's not hard. Anyway, And I was like, okay, so you don't want voter ID, right? Because what your claim is that no one would ever defraud. No one from another country would come to our country and just vote in a state with no voter ID. That just wouldn't happen. And if so, it's ultra rare. And they're like, right. So what's stopping me from, driving to your state and voting your elections then? So you should want to have voter ID, because what if I, a conservative, round up enough people on Twitter and whatnot and just say, hey, why don't we just go to all the states that don't have voter ID and go there and vote? Because they don't have voter ID. They're not even allowed to ask for ID. And on top of that, if you want to, you can just vote over and over and over again at the same facility. There's absolutely no checks and balances in a lot of these like blue states. And once I put it that way, once I said, what if I round up a bunch of conservatives to come vote in your city, you notice that their tune started to change a little bit. So if what I said you could rephrase in a better way and use it in case you have to have that argument with somebody, please go ahead. Everybody should be able to move here for free and get free health care, get free welfare on a debit card every month. We should put them up in hotels for free. It's what's right. Why would you have a problem paying for that out of your taxes? Are you inhumane? Ugh. Sometimes just because of those conversations that I'm venting about here, because of those, I kind of wish last month I would have been laid off instead of promoted, because I wouldn't be fucking having these conversations. Anyway, sorry about that. I just had to vent. Had to get it off my chest. It's my stream. Thank you for coming by and listening. Oh, hey, Big W. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully you enjoyed my rant there if you heard the whole thing. Dr. Harley Quinn of the Dabbleverse talking about, voter ID laws. Just say that. That's it. All right, then you don't have a problem with me coming to your state and voting in your elections. I'm gonna get my game back up. I'm sick of I don't know what I even have up on the screen. I think it's the credits of the people that filmed that obese lady. Thank you. You did get there. I always wonder, like, if I do talk about a halfway serious topic, like if they click on in the middle. Here's my video game. I need to get my video game back up. I can just play the wrestling game fairly easy and keep talking. Good. Now I won't accidentally play that fucking fat bitch. Oh, now it's going to take a million years to load everything. I'm the voice of America. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm the voice of America. I'm Dr. Quinn Danhausen, 2028, Voice of America. I hope I can rely on your guys' support when it's time for me to run for some sort of office. They still don't have monthly events up here. There's no upcoming events. This is bullshit. Oh well, guess it's back to grinding that one match. I got another match I can play where I can actually play as the girls. So what's going on in your neck of the woods, guys? Let us know in the comments. Oh, fat fucking bitch dodged. He almost never dodges. So this, like we were talking about earlier, this would be the WWE version of a grinding match, you know. Where I'm just saving up money so I can buy new characters. Wash and repeat. Wash, but don't rinse. Ooh, why rinse? Just hang it up, soaking wet. Let it drip all over the floor. Let it drip like some beef water all over the floor. Blah. Want me to bring back the Fat Boone? I'll bring back the Fat Boone. I'll bring back the Fat Boone. You ain't got to worry about that. We can look at them big old black honkers. You want to hear a fucked up story? I don't know who all's in here. This is fucked up. Okay, so, as you all know, there's a Mexican restaurant I love to go to. I think I'm pretty much friends with everybody that works there now because I've been there so often. And but like, they actually talk to me now about their week and this and that and shit now. Because I'm older than pretty much all of them, I think. And I think a lot of times the younger-ish ones just kind of want advice. There's one girl that I almost always has as the waitress. She is hotter than fire, but like she was fucking trauma dumping, like hard. So get the food, we make idle chit chat, and how it usually almost always goes is we end up, me and whoever I usually get end up talking for a long time. Toward the end of the night, I guess, because I usually hang out there for a while. And half the time they fucking comp my food. So I know they actually kind of like me because they don't want my money half the time, or they just don't trust that I'm giving them a legitimate credit card. But this girl just starts venting. She's like, "Yeah, I can't have a relationship, and whenever I do, as soon as I start dating the guy, I don't like him anymore, so I end up friend zoning him. And I know it's bad, and I know you shouldn't do that. I know that, that pisses off a lot of people." And I'm like, fuck yeah, it is. It's one of the top things I bitch about. It's in my rotation of 20 things, and it comes up pretty often when, that happens to me or someone I know. It just keeps going. And then I'm in the middle, like it's her turn to talk, so I'm going back and kind of eating while listening. And I guess it's a burrito. I don't remember. I don't guess that's really that important. And then she goes, "And I know this all stems from being molested as a child." Oh my fucking God. I'm expecting hearing that shit in the middle of me burrito or whatever. That's not typical conversation, server to server to customer conversation someone might have. And like, I was kind of happy I was in the middle of eating because I didn't have nothing I could say. I was like, oh my fucking God, I don't even know what to say to this shit. It's like, Jesus Christ. And she goes, she's like, I thought I told you that already. He's like, no. And like, yeah, I'm sorry that happens, but don't worry, I'm in therapy. I go 3 times a week, and it just continues. It's my life is this shit is very kind of normal to me. Is like I have at least one weekly, very real, very, very intimate, very uncomfortable conversation, because I guess I have that kind of face that you don't mind just telling your life story to. I don't know, or maybe I don't know. I mean, so it doesn't really have an ending, because like she's was in the middle and was like, yeah, I'll be back to check on you. She dropped off the check later and like kind of disappears. I just paid and left. So doesn't really have like a happy ending or a bad ending or anything. It just had like an awkward middle. An awkward middle. And because I wanted to stay, I wanted to say a proper goodbye so the poor girl didn't, because if it would have been me that told a story like that, I would want to know that the other person was not weirded out, I guess. I don't fucking know what I'm saying. God damn. Ugh. Oh yeah, you can always come on here and tell me your life story if you want. Or you can do it completely offline if you want. It happens. Oh no. No, I didn't say this stuff. Shame on you, chat, for what I'm putting up on this. But shame on you, chat, for what I'm about to put up on this screen. So I'm scrolling back. You all are cracking me up. You're too funny tonight. I kind of get closer so you can look at my pretty face, so I can. This is how close I gotta get so I can read this shit properly. But okay. Alright, now I can start so I can read it out loud and give you all your proper credit. Steve Wolf, we can't goon to this. We need the fat boon. Taco Bell is not a Mexican restaurant. It's your opinion, pal. And then I guess Roy's telling me, regardless, go for it. I'm not saying this out loud, but I'll put it on the screen. And now I can never let this poor woman know about my secret life as a clown on the internet. I didn't find that out because, as I said, she dropped the check off to me, Dr. Chekhov, and never returned. No, toe. Do not like the toes. That's why I cover mine. I don't even want to see my own feet. I don't know how to say that. Culo mu rapido. You would think I would know how to at least say some Mexican, being this fucking close to Mexico and going to a goddamn Mexican restaurant all the time. But I still ain't learned any Mexican. That's right. I'm a licensed psychiatrist, a podcastiatrist, and proctologist. Those are some big words. Those are some big Dan Olson words, you know. God damn, I hope Josh never plays another one of that fucking guy's videos. I'm still shocked that you all said that guy was a millennial. Guy looked fucking 70. Well, maybe, actually, that's too rough. 60s. At least 60s. I was like, this guy's got to be, he's got to be older Gen X. He probably isn't really a boomer, but he's got to be older Gen X. And I think I even looked it up later and confirmed it that this guy is like 42. What the fuck? 3 for 100. Yeah, you see, Big W was, in case you all don't know, Big W is known for his rough and tough motorcycle club that he was in. They're known for being the most muscular motorcycle club around. They just, you know, they like to lean on the bikes and just kind of flex into the sun and, you know, really get the oil in there so the muscles show up real good. That was one of the things that I found out, and I was very happy that he opened up and told me about his extremely muscular and vascular motorcycle club. That was some of the best moments on Clowntown that I ever had. Be sure to check out Pogo's Clowntown, usually live on Saturday nights after my dumb ass is in bed, usually, unfortunately. Taco burrito, that's what's coming out of your Speedo. That's definitely, if that should have been one of the things Cartman said when he did the Jennifer Lopez mouth. Taco burrito, it's coming out of your Speedo. Well, I didn't know. Oh, Jimmy's playing. I didn't know he was on right now. Well, this is the new Sunday Night War. Jimmy the Lip versus me. '81. God damn. I'm trying to put that in like perspective. Okay, so what year did E.T. come out? Was it 82 or 83? Oh, I was going somewhere with it. A lot of flexing brakes after long ride. I mean, that's the thing. You get tired riding that bike. You just got to pull off the side of the road, just kind of flex into the sun for a while. I mean, it gets your body back to where it needs to be, so you can go on another, long, cantankerous ride or whatever. I don't know where I was going. I can't. Oh, hey, Bobby, thanks for coming by. Thank you for reposting now and then. That's nice of you. One of these days I'll have my Bart Simpson I didn't do it moment, and it might be due to Bobby reposting, and then I become an overnight sensation. You ever wear face paint? Have a girl wear face paint when? Well, oh my goodness, oh my. You know that kink has come up. And I gotta tell you what, it's all fun and games until you realize how messy this shit is. And when if you have a chick that's into it too, like you meet a nice clown girl that does a local cosplay like I do, And you end up, they all end up having that fucking, like, I don't know, I think fetish is too strong of a word. Stupid idea. I'm going to say it's more of a stupid idea than an actual real fetish. I'm sure there are some weirdos out there that actually are yuck. But it is fucking messy, man. I mean, you pretty much have to just have, like, you can't use your good bed sheets. I'm just going to leave it at that. If you use the good bed sheets will be past tense. They were the good bed sheets. They never, ever, ever, ever will be again the good bed sheets. And that's not taking into account anything ultra filthy like, is she a squirter? I mean, is she like a queefer with a mucus plug? If you're not sure what I'm getting at, there's like, if the woman has a mucus plug inside of her, like just kind of like a bullet in the chamber, and she queefs, it will shoot out like a bullet. It looks like a Brussels sprout, and then it skids across the bed sheet that has the clown makeup on it because, as I said, it's messy. And the worst part is, if it skids just right, it gets camouflaged into the paint and you can't find it until it ends up getting stuck on your back layer. And that's just something you don't want to have picked off of you or picked off of somebody. So you heard it here first. So exercise mucus plug and queefing safety, everybody. I'm glad you found it fascinating, guys. Time for more wrestling action. I guess, well, Sundays is typically talking about boring wrestling. So I guess if I had to bring up wrestling at all this week, about the only notable thing is like that journalist Dave Meltzer said the most asinine thing I'd heard in a while. They had the Hulk Hogan documentary, and he, of course, he's out. He begs for woke tokens. So, like one of the top things that gets brought up about Hulk Hogan, because of that, first off, the sex tape, and second, because of the sex tape where he said the bad word. He said the bad word when talking about the type of people he doesn't want his daughter dating. But he's like, at least, basically, it's like, well, if they're at least millionaires, it's okay or something. I don't have the quote in front of me. But like that Dave Meltzer journalist, he's like, if there's one thing I just can't forgive, it's racism. Oh my. That is terrible. You can forgive, I guess, murders, grapes, but racism? Of course not. It's just so terrible. Using a word, oh my gosh, unforgivable. But that's not even the big part. He said some asinine thing like, in the grand scheme of things, Hulk Hogan did not matter. He wasn't even in like the top 10 of like most important wrestlers of all time. And he started listing off these people none of us have even heard. I've heard of, but I never watched. I know who Antonio Inoki is. Only matches of his I ever saw were the matches he had in WCW, which wasn't many, only two. And they weren't even really in WCW. It was when WCW went over to New Japan. So I knew who he was, and I know his history, blah, blah, blah. But the fucking entire world don't. And then he started mentioning, other people like, from Mexico and places like that, and trying to like come up with an El Santo, because of the da in Mexico, he's on television shows and da. And then he was like mentioning people. Literally, he was mentioning United States wrestlers in the Great Depression. He mentioned this guy in the Great Depression that, like he was the Hulk Hogan of the 1930s, because everybody was out of work, and if you had access to that wrestling show, you went to it to take your mind off of, oh my God, I'm out of work, oh my God, and it went on and on and on, and it was just the most sour grapes bullshit I ever heard, just trying to come up, because you're so deeply offended that one time, almost 20 years ago, Hulk Hogan on a sex tape said the bad word, that you're going to go out of your way and draw this, like Dan Olson, draw this Sakillo-y and Silhouette-y and this and that-o-y. They come up with reasons why there's 20 other people that meant more to the wrestling business than Hulk Hogan, and I'm like, that's just ridiculous, man. That is trying your hardest to get woke tokens for black people that don't even know you exist. Yeah, so because I don't even think there's a black person on the planet that knows who the fuck Dave Meltzer is. And I'm feeling, out of all the people that have been in here today, maybe one of you have heard of the guy's name before. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just bitching the bitch. But thank you all for spending your Sunday with me. That was probably the big thing I was going to talk about if I was going to talk about wrestling today. I just wanted to play my game and rant and rave and sit here on the floor. So, coming up on the 2-hour mark. So it's looking to be about that time. So does anyone in here want to do their plugs in the chat? And where can we find you guys? What other chats are you going to be checking out tonight? We heard Jimmy the Lip. He's a good guy. He plays a lot of random videos. He has lots of cool effects and whatnot. I have a feeling one of these days he's going to get pretty darn popular. I don't know why it hasn't happened yet. I know why it hasn't happened for me. No shit. I'm too weird for my own good. So Gunther is going to power bomb and then go for the elevated Boston Crab that used to be known as the Lion Tamer. Oh, I don't know who else still in here yet. I want to give you a heads up on something. I can't see for shit. There could be 3,000 people across Twitter and the YouTube watching me, or there could be one. I don't know. But if there's only one, then hear the words coming out of my mouth. So I went to the movies not too long ago, and there was a movie that was coming out that I was really kind of looking forward to. I thought it would be just good. Looked like the actors in it were people I liked. Didn't look like it was going to be like any kind of subject matter that the wokeries could get their hands on, so I didn't have to worry about hearing anything about pronouns or them having a shoehorn transsexual character or anything like that. So I was like, all right, so I'm going to go to the movies. And I went and I saw Hail Mary. Okay, let me describe Hail Mary in one word: boring. Oh my God. I don't know if it was 2.5 hours or not, but I literally fell asleep while it was on. It was boring. Just 2.5 hours of no fun to be had here. And they tried to be quirky the whole way through. You know how, like, when they introduce, like, Marvel characters, like, you know, go back to the first Avengers, it's like almost every character gets introduced in, like, kind of like a comical way, not like over the top, but not serious. Like, I don't know how to put it, especially like how Black Widow was introduced, and it was kind of quirky and kind of comical, and the seat was very comfortable. It was the Cinemark down here, the one I go to. It has recliners. It actually is. It looks almost like my real couch behind. Well, not love seat, whatever the fuck you are. Fuck you. But it reclines, and it's the kind that it heats up if you wanted it to. God knows why you would want that fucking thing to get hot. But yeah, there's a button to turn the heat on it. And it's not like it's just Texas, man. It's never cold here, and even if it was, you know, they have an HVAC system in the theaters. I don't know. But anyway, very comfortable seats. And it's one of the Cinemarks down here that you can order real food at. And it's a little expensive. I'm not going to bullshit you there. It's a little expensive. You know, you're paying kind of a premium. But fuck, I mean, to have a pretty good, really good really good cheeseburgers. Pretty much everything I've ever had on the menu was good. But that damn movie was so fucking boring. So, see it if you want. Nothing about it at all was offensive or anything. But that goddamn weird, quirky humor never stopped the whole movie. And it was boring. God damn, I'm just repeating myself now. But anyway, we've made it. We've made it to the 2-hour mark. I want to thank everybody that came here with me on this adventure to talking about the Mexican restaurant and Resident Evil and Hail Mary and the biker club Big W was part of. Back Rooms? I don't know that one. Is that a ha-ha movie? Like a make-believe movie? I'm gonna see if I can't find anything on it. Oh, let's see. Oh! That's where that fucking video AI-ish video I found is from. What I've just mumbled out incoherently will make sense in a second. There was this random video I found. I was like, I'll just put it on the deck. Fuck it. It's just weird. It's not funny, and I really don't know why it was made. But this right here. So that fucking guy from that like street video, "You have no talent," from like 10 years ago. Somebody for some reason put him in that, and I just came across my algorithm, and I thought, God, that is weird. I'll save it. I don't know why I'll ever have a reason to play it, and I don't really have a reason to play anything. I just have it to have it. Like this. No, there you go. Yeah, I'll check that trailer out after I get out of here. I just have a feeling if I play it here, I'll get a strike. I know it. That's my luck. Even though it's a trailer and they want you to advertise it, but whatever. Hey, thank you all for coming by. Should be doing a regular thing this Friday unless I get bored and I decide to do an emergency video game stream, which will be me sitting in the floor, mostly talking, and it might be okay. Don't know. All right. See y'all later. Good night.